what has simultaneously gotten worse and more expensive? I pretty much have to agree with the everything posts. Maybe it's just me getting older and recognizing cost increases in just about everything, which, to an extent, is to be expected. But it seems like almost everything has seen a drop in quality along with the rise in prices. I know old man yells at cloud, but seriously. Seems we're paying an arm and a leg for crap. I bought a sandwich, drink, and chips from a national sandwich chain today and it was $15. $15 WTF, life! I remember 11 years ago working at Walmart. I was divorced, paying $300 a month in child support, living in a 2-bedroom apartment, paying all my bills on time, including a $285 vehicle payment, and have enough food on the table to feed my kids on weekends and have a little fun money to throw around. And I'm a pack-a-day smoker, to boot. These days, I make double what I did then. I live with my elderly parents, and I never have any money at the end of the month. It's crazy. Restaurants in general. I know of very few fast food or sit-down restaurants that haven't lowered quality and portion size but still increased their prices. I go out to dinner maybe once a month now and I'm still usually disappointed. Doesn't help their cause either when you see them running a skeleton crew at all times. Add in poor service because your server is working way more tables than is reasonable and there's zero appeal to going out to eat. I know they're all doing it, but the size of the tacos and burritos they gave me when I went to Taco Mayo the other day actually made me laugh with how shrunk they were. The burritos are just half filled, but the tacos were like 1/3 smaller than the standard size. All for a higher price, of course. I honestly wouldn't have noticed the price increase, but I can't imagine going there again now that their food is fun-sized. Everything. Capitalism in motion. There's always a drive to increase profits by either lowering quality, cutting corners in production or raising prices. Over a long enough period of time the customer gets both lower quality and higher prices. Not sure of any products that haven't succumbed to it. Hardware. You can get plenty of lumber and nails but everything else is extremely overpriced and it breaks more frequently. Parts that used to be high quality polymers and metals are now thinner and cheaper to manufacture. It's become a quantity over quality industry. Adidas, specifically their Sambas. They used to last me a couple years of daily use, but now they're so cheap and shitty I'll be surprised if I get 6 months out of my current pair. Only about 5 years ago they were around $60, but now they're $90,100. Taco Bell. Quality downhill. Got rid of my favorite menu item within the last few years. Kosher Eatin' is significantly more expensive like all other fast food. Expecting them to eventually bring back the kosher eatin' and it will probably taste like shit. Pretty much everything, all that TARP, COVID, etc. corporate welfare money has gone to market forces, corporations buying out their competition while the FTC takes a nap. Source did a bit of due diligence consulting work for a few of them. Everything but what surprised me recently is the quality of toys. Just random toys in a supermarket. Apart from the big brands, which are now insanely expensive, the quality feels and looks absolutely shit while the prices are increasing. Dining out. Every restaurant feels way more crowded during the weekends. Service is slower because of the previous point. Food quality seems worse. Getting to the restaurant is a hassle due to the amount of increased traffic. Audio systems. Bluetooth and wireless technologies are typically far inferior to connected models. While I am typically all for minimal experiences and environmental improvements, we are still at the stage where we need cords. Nearly all junk food. Sadly there's no such thing as a flavor database, but almost all chocolate and chips are just worse versions of what they used to be. Less weight, less flavor, worse quality ingredients, higher costs. Gestures wildly at everything. If I had to pick one, food. Fast food, processed food, healthy food, restaurant food, every kind of food. On the whole, quality has gone down, portion size has shrunken and price has doubled. Life. X200B. Also streaming services, some of my favorite restaurants. Women's clothing. ISTG. A shirt I bought 2 years ago looks feels worse than a shirt I've been wearing on and off since literally 2008. Clothing quality has plummeted in recent years. When I look at my closet, my Gap undershirts layering tops from over 20 years ago are still holding strong. These days you're lucky if anything lasts 2 years. I'm gonna go with cars, vehicles in general. So much more expensive, and they break down easier, are harder to fix cause it's not all just mechanical and you get the slightest computer error and it's fucked. Cost of living in general. Here in the UK it's beyond a joke. Because we have a government that has more concern in looking after their rich friends than the average wage slaver just trying to live life. Doritos just don't have that thing about them that makes them nice anymore, at least in the UK. They also made a mid-sized bag, made it cost as much as the big one, and now the big one's like £3 lol. Crazy. Cable internet providers. Oh yeah, sorry, your trial period was over, your bill went up $200. Oh no, we didn't promise you 200 MBs download speed constantly, we said up to. Read the fine print. Concerts. So much more expensive, and I see most of the concert through phones that block my view. Why can't people enjoy the moment anymore? Do they really watch snippets of a concert afterwards? New homes. Cookie cutter houses, built with cheap contractors who cut corners left and right, situated in neighborhoods with ever higher HOA fees, and the HOAs are getting more expensive too. Someone already said health insurance, which was my first thought. My second thought was streaming services. Seems like they all decided to raise their prices at the same time. Concerts. Saw some good bands for like $25 a ticket. Enough place to dance. Now it's so crowded that you can hardly move, and they ask an arm and a leg to enter. Fast food. Service is shit, quality has dropped, which is saying something cause it was never quality, but it's almost as just as a sit-down meal in a lot of cases. Construction. The labor is completely inept, the people in charge just want to build everything cheaper, and materials costs are making all that worse. Ice cream. All the added gums and thickeners in it now. No more true pines, quartz. Real ice cream should melt into liquid form, not a gelatinous blob. Going out to eat. Not fast food though, that's always been garbage. Sit-down restaurants, small portions, high prices, gratuity included sometimes. Paper towels, have you seen the monstrosity Bounty has come out with? Whatever happened to the old ones? They are so much thinner in comparison now. Cars. They're increasingly unreliable as they're mostly engineered to last less than 5 years now as opposed to 10-15 years like they once were. Housing. Increasingly cheaper and destructible while costing ever more. And the architecture these days is shit and the houses are soulless. Granny Smith apples. Compared to what I remember only a few years ago, they are more bitter, denser, less crunchy and more expensive. Consumables as in groceries, ridiculous. Quality went down. Contents lowered in grams or milliliters, but prices went sky high. Fast food, convenience food and overall, restaurant food. If the quality did not dip, the portions halved. And sometimes, both. Clothes. Very few companies make clothes to last and fast fashion is rising while the cost of items continue to increase. Milk. And the taste of it, nothing tastes the same, especially after COVID. Everything just went backwards or something. Restaurant food or takeaway food or any kind. Since the pandemic that shit has gone down whilst prices have gone up. Those chocolate-covered Entenmann's donuts. Now they taste and feel like plastic besides costing more. Fast food. I rarely eat it, but every time I do it seems more expensive and I feel horrible after. Disneyland. It gets more expensive as they take away features. And its new DLC system is nuts. Ice cream with fudge in it. Used to get massive slabs of fudge, now they just have tiny nuggets. The service industry. I'm checking myself out and I'm supposed to be leaving a tip? No, almost everything. Maybe ask something that hasn't gotten better and is also cheaper. TVs, cost of living are like many processed foods. They weren't great but it's gotten much worse. Movies. The budgets are huge but the films just keep getting more vapid and meaningless. Totino's frozen pizzas. Free $2 now and are absolute crap. Used to be my favorite. Big Macs. That burger patty is a stone's throw away from being a slice of roast beef. Souvenirs overseas. Are these people fucking nuts with these prices, and for garbage? Literally everything right now. Quality is down, prices up, quantity is down. Dining out. Overall the quality and quantity have really taken a nosedive. Media. Television, movies, cable, streaming, it's all garbage and expensive. Anything private equity touches. If you're in private equity, fuck you. Housing market, rent prices. Searching for a home is so discouraging. Flying. I'm 5 feet 2 inches when I say there is no leg room, there is a problem. Not fair. I thought it was my turn today to post this question again. Dining out in general. Quality has gone down, service has gone down, and shitification of absolutely everything. Critically consolidated. Housing. Everything is made of particle board now, and it sucks. Food altogether, look at nutrition from fruits even 10 years ago. Food, quality of houses and appliances, any public education, food, clothing, college, groceries. Really everything. I can't think of a single thing I pay for that hasn't. Insurance in general, housing, food, hell what hasn't.